Hey there friends, Susan here with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. So I stamp and show and tell for you today. I'm going to be playing with the Freshly Made Sketches sketch. Now I'm having printer issues so I don't have it printed out to show you, but I have sketched it here on my grid sheet. Now their sketch was square this week and it had kind of had a center element and then 4 kind of framing elements. So there again, it looks like it's square from their blog and the links are below so you can hop on over and see it directly. I'm going to make mine a standard size card, so mine will be a little bit different, but that's okay. It's a sketch, it's just a place to start. So I'm going to play with my Everyday Details stamp set and the coordinating Everyday Details die. This one is a frame that makes this die cut, and it's got this perforated edge with these circles, so I thought that was kind of cool. And then what I'm going to do is use some Countryside Inn DSP scraps. These are 1 inch wide. And I'm going to create the background element and then put this on top. I think I'm going to do some white heat embossing for that element, and then we'll add a sentiment. So let's go ahead and do our background first. So I've got these 4 pieces of DSP. So 2 are going to be my sides and 1's going to be my bottom, 1's going to be my top. And what I've done is I've cut down another piece of Whisper White from my card base so that this is, let me measure it, this is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, so this is going to be popped up on the front of my card front. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 4 pieces and make my edges on my card. So let me get a glue that is going to cooperate, hopefully. I've been away from my crafting desk for a while, so they always take a little time to get ready to work. So let me find one that's going to work. Yeah, okay. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this edge, and I'm just going to add some adhesive directly to my cardstock. And I thought it was going to work. We're getting some. Okay. So, and then I'm going to take this long strip. Now this is longer than my piece, but that's okay because it's going to be popped on. So I'm just lining that up with the edge of my frame and pushing that down. Alright, now I'm going to do the other side. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line this one up with my corners and my edge. Okay, it's okay that's going off the end. It's not a big deal. And then I'm going to take these 2 pieces, and I'm not going to overlap them on there, but I am going to let them go off the edge. So, we're just going to put this down. So it goes from the seam and right along the edge of our cardstock, and then we're going to flip it over and do the bottom. Okay, now you can either use your paper snips and trim those off, or you could wrap them around the back side and just adhere them down. I'm going to just snip them off. So I'm just going to flip this over and come in here and just snip, snip, snip. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can see from the back side that this is a little farther out, but I'm not going to worry about it. It's going to be such a small little detail that it's not going to cause a problem. Okay, so this is going to go onto the front of our card base. I think I'm probably going to pop it up on dimensionals. We'll see when we get there. But I'm going to crease that. This is going to go on the front. And then this is going to get stamped and embossed, and that's going to go in the middle. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our stamping. So from our Everyday Details stamp set, I'm going to ink this with my Versamark. Stamp and dust it. Okay, let me bring in my white emboss powder. Get this dusted up. And get some on there. One more time. Alright, let's heat emboss that. Okay, bear with me while we heat emboss. Okay, so that just makes our whole little image really pop on that boho blue cardstock. So that's just going to go right in the middle. And do I want to top that up? We could pop that right up on the dimensionals, so let's do that. I'm going to put one in the middle just for a little bit of support. Okay. Put this right there. That worked out perfect. Alright, so now we've got this, and this is going to go on our card. Now, do I want 2 layers of dimensionals, or do I just want to go flat with that? I think I just want to go flat with that. So, no, it's your card. If you want to go double dimensional, you go right ahead. Just remember, the thicker your card gets, the more postage you have to put on it. So, it's always something to keep in mind. Okay, so it's just going to step in 1/4 inch all the way around. Now, you could add ribbon, you could add gems, but I think we are going to add a sentiment. So, I have just a simple white cardstock, and I'm going to use the You Make Every Day a Little Brighter stamp in my boho blue ink, so it's all going to coordinate. I'm just going to put this down, and then I'm going to trim it out with my scissors. Good. Okay, so I'm just going to bring my snips in, and I'm just going to go close, but not too close, and kind of cut it like bubble letters, right? Remember writing bubble letters when we were in grade school? All those curvy, bubbly letters. Well, we're just going to cut this like a big bubble of words. Now, you can get as close to this as you want, or leave as big of a bubble, or some people call them a halo, around the words. And it doesn't have to be exact, right? Just let those snips go right around the words and you'll be fine. Alright, okay, here we go. Just at the end. Okay, so now we've got our sentiment trimmed out. Now I'm going to put some mini dimensionals on the back here. Okay, another thing to think about when you're cutting it out, make sure you don't go too thin so that you can still get dimensionals behind it, if that's how you want to pop it on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going to put this kind of across the bottom. Right? Yeah, right there. Okay. And there we go. There's my card for this week's sketch challenge. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the little idea about having a layer stepped in from the card so that you can wrap DSP edges on it and then just make it part of your card. And then embossing, right? Make that pop with some heat emboss and then trim out those words. So I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me comments below, guys. I'd love to hear what you think. And if you need any help with orders, you know where to find me, and my links are below, so don't be shy. And I'll see you again next week. Do some fun stamping.